style and flavor from that traditional quarterback. When you look at all white quarterbacks, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, they're all very one-dimensional. We know exactly what they're going to do. But with black quarterbacks, starting with the likes of Michael Vick and Mahomes that we have right now in Hurts,
Cam Newton,
they're very athletic, they have more weapons.
We had the AFC and NFC division final games where Kansas City managed to dispatch the Bengals and move on forward. And the Eagles managed to beat a team that didn't have a quarterback to qualify for the Super Bowl. But it is actually Super Bowl weekend, next weekend. And I just wanted to have a little discussion with my fellow panelists here. So one thing about this Super Bowl, I know we saw the games, we saw the scores. There are some uniqueness in the Super Bowl, and I'm going to start with the quarterbacks. This is the first Super Bowl that's going to have black quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And despite all the NFL pro ranking, all the analysts, all the predictions, Joe Burrow and what's the name of the Bills guy?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Yes.
Were the ones who are tipped to actually be the stars of this year's Super Bowl.
True that.
We saw Super Bowl a quarterback who is arguably to me the best quarterback in the game right now, Mahomes, being written off, and he beat somebody with half a leg.
Yeah.
He couldn't run the whole game, and he beat the favorite quarterback that was seen to win the game. So I just want to throw these questions to you. Actually, let me send this question to you, Brittany. Do you think that there is a complete whitewashing, especially in the star positions in the NFL? Because on paper, black quarterbacks seem to be very good, but they never get the same recognition that white average quarterbacks get, especially white average quarterbacks in good games like Joe Burrow.
I think so. It's like that old good boy. Like, oh my God, the quarterback is like, the whiteness. Mm-hmm. But I do want to just say, I saw something on Twitter that was a little unhinged. So it was like the two black quarterbacks, and they were like, y'all know which one to root for. And it was like the one who didn't have like a white wife and a mixed kid. So they were like, they're both black, but type vibe, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't have an opinion.
Yeah, and I've always been curious, like why the athlete world, because there's I mean, not all of them, but there's quite a good number of them who choose to have white wives. Like is there typically a reason behind that?
I would honestly, I try to think positive and say, like, so for my brother, he plays basketball in college. The schools that these players are aiming to go to, these D1s, are usually full of white
schools,
women.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're white schools. So they
usually meet these girls at college.
They meet them in college, So I don't know. I want to think it's that way. But it may be other reasons. I don't know.
Dr. Umar Johnson doesn't
explain
tell me
before we go before we go into that rabbit, let's come back. Let's come
bring
back.
It back.
Let's bring it back. So Uno, what do you think? Is there another whitewashing of quarterbacks? Do you believe that a quarterback like Mahomes is getting the recognition that he deserves?
No, and even Jalen Hurts is not getting, because there's somebody actually who posted something. Jalen Hurts' dad is a coach.
Is a coach, yeah.
I think high school, but he's a coach. But that spotlight would not be on him.
Yeah.
If Joe Burrow's dad was a coach, I don't know. Let me tell you, they would have done a background of a background of a background from his great-great-great-grandfather all the way to Joe. How he started, how he whatever.
Yeah.
But you do not get that. You do not. The only thing that probably we know about Patrick Mahomes is that his dad was a baseball player. Other than that,
Actually, most people have never seen the picture. His dad was
a
showed
baseball
on the media. This is this game that they won the last time. Even during the Super Bowl, pictures that were put on the media were of him and his mom.
McCaffrey. Everyone knows McCaffrey's
the running back.
Yes, everyone knows that McCaffrey comes from a sports household. Father played for the Broncos, won 2 Super Bowls. The mother was a sports, either basketball, netball, something was a sport. But that is all. So the pedigree, the what, we used to do this. But you don't even get that from Hurts. Anything. What do you know about Jalen Hurts? Apart from having to transfer from Alabama because Tua KKK.
But this is why, as black people, black Americans, Africans, this is why we have to come up with our own media and do our own stories.
Yeah, the narratives.
Yeah, because
Roland Martin.
Because we're clearly and Roland Martin is doing a good job at what he's doing, but we need not just news media, we need sports media, we need all other kinds of media to highlight this, because the quarterback position has essentially become a black position,
It has.
Yeah, because for a long time, there was very few black quarterbacks, and the black quarterback comes in with a different style and flavor from that traditional quarterback. When you look at all white quarterbacks, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, they're all very one-dimensional. We know exactly what they're going to do. But with black quarterbacks, starting with the likes of Michael Vick and Mahomes that we have right now in Hurts, they're very athletic, they have more weapons.
These white men are holding on by a string.
Yes. So
it's called white, right?
So you see that they come in, they've totally changed that position. And what I like about sports is you can't hide winning.
No.
You can't hide winning.
Yeah.
You can hide a story. You can hide, highlighting a background, but you can't hide winning. And that's the reason why I think, as black people, we just need to invest more, in our media. There's this guy called...
We have media pages.
We do have media, but we've not invested in the level, considering, the NFL is essentially, the NBA is a black league. The NFL
is a black league.
Is also a black league. Is also a black league. We need to have our own media, covering them in the way we want.
And speaking of a black league, I'm going to use that to segue into my next question, whereby we're having history being made. For the first time, we're having a black female coach in the Super Bowl. The assistant coach for strength and conditioning for the Eagles, Miss Autumn. She'll be the first black woman to coach in the Super Bowl. We saw the Commanders have a black running back coach, who's also a lady, and there's been debate about positions, especially meaningful positions in the NFL. There's been a debate about coaches in the NFL. Do you feel by the inclusion, this is going to be, I think, the 4th woman who's coaching on the NFL? In the NFL right now, the San Francisco 49ers have a coach.
There was a Frisco.
Yeah, they have a coach, and then there's another one, I think, at the Panthers, or she's the 2 white women coaches and 2 black women coaches. Now, do you feel this is enough diversity from the NFL? Because there's been talk about black people not having high positions. You don't have enough black GMs. You don't have enough black coaches. You have a lot of black coordinators, a lot of black assistant coaches. Are they using these smaller coaching positions to add on their diversity number, or do you feel the diversity in the NFL is okay right now?
No. As far as leadership is concerned, it's definitely not. As far as team leadership is concerned, it's definitely not, because you have all these black coaches who are very accomplished and who can get the job done, but they're not getting those top jobs. You remember what happened with I think it was Miami, where this New England coach mistakenly texted the black coach, thinking who had a similar name. So you can tell there's clearly a hierarchy of how they want things to work out.